Hey, faithful viewer, it is me, Regina Nunley, better known as the Preacher Kid Sensation, PK. Sensation for short if you follow me on Instagram. And I have just finished, as you can see, my lunch. And I'm at my joint here in Titusville. My super stadium. Okay, well, y'all can see in the back, right there. I'm at Lord Have Mercy. So I'm finished eating and reading a book called 50 Days to a Better Investment. And I got to this page right here, and it kind of stopped me in my tracks. Thank you. And so while reading this page, this quote, apparently by Ralph Waldo Emerson, just kind of, it caught my attention. It says, well, I'll let you read it with me. It says, the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well, right? So this young man right here, Chioka Network LLC, he has a dream to help black and brown children and want to make the world greener, a green place again. So I'm reading his book, and this quote really resonates with me, because Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the purpose of life is not to be happy, okay? And right now there's a lot of unhappy people. Unhappy for obvious reasons. Are not happy with the political this, and not happy with the health crisis, and and some of that stuff is because of preference when it comes to who you like and don't like, and others is just dealing with the fact that we have a virus that's killing off people, and people are dying, and it's not a good thing. Never is. And then you still have natural natural catastrophes happening. I mean, life's gonna still go on regardless, pandemic or no. You still gonna have fires and floods and hurricanes and tornadoes and people, wars, nations rising against nations, and all of this is still happening even though in the middle of a pandemic. The sun still shines, the moon still sneak out once in a while, all during the pandemic. So life's gonna go on. People getting married, having kids. Life's gonna go on regardless of what's happening, even when your life stops and stands still for a moment because of a traumatic incident or a tragedy or a hurt and pain. Believe you me, like a friend of mine, he's got a book that says, time does not stop for broken clocks. And time does not stop for broken clocks. Your clock might have broke, or your battery might have ran out, and you stuck in one moment in time. I don't sound like Whitney Houston, but you're stuck in one moment in time, but everything else has moved on. So then people say, what's the purpose of life? Hold on for a second. What's the purpose of life? What am I here for? And I think most people think they're just here just to exist. They're just here to live. I'm born and I go to work and I try to pay bills and I got this and that. And people want fulfillment. They want something a little bit more they can be content with. And ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, you're going to have to find that. I can't, and no one can tell you what your giftings and what your talents are, what your superpower is, and where you the most need. I don't know. All I know is happiness is based on what's happening. Happiness is based on what's happening. So whatever's happening, that's where the happiness comes in, because there is a occurrence. But joy is not based on happiness. Okay? Joy and happiness are not the same. See, joy is I would say it's an enlightened mood to know that although things are not going my way, I'm still going to be positive. I'm still going to be thankful. All right? I'm still going to do right, do good in spite of what's going on around me. All right? And so joy is like I have an expectation, even though there's nothing's going on around me. And someone said that with faith, but the joy of the Lord is your strength. So whatever I have comes from the Lord is my strength, because happiness is based on what's happening, and what's happening right now ain't nobody happy. And so this dude said here, the purpose of life is not to be happy. Okay? The purpose in life is to be useful. And how can you be useful? By doing good works. To be compassionate. How can you do that? By doing good works. To be honorable. How do you be honorable? By doing good works. Right? And he says, and to have, it makes some difference, your life. It makes some difference that you have lived. That you made an impact or influence in a good way by doing what? Good works. And then it goes on to say, and lived well. Knowing that your life was not in vain because you helped somebody along the way. Not helping a good way. We can spend a lot of energy pointing people down a negative path all day long. But that same energy can be pointing people down a good path as well. And it's better to point somebody down a good path than a bad path, because the good path reaps rewards. Now, if they don't want the reward, that's on them. If they want whatever, they want what they want, because they may have an expectation of what they're looking for, and and that's why they're going down that path. Either way, it's a choice. So, and we follow who we want to follow, whoever seems to have our best interests at heart. And one thing I had to learn the hard way is nobody has my best interests on the forefront except me. Call me a cynic, but I see this glass right half empty. Why? Because it was full when I got it. And now it's half empty. So we have to, thank you. Thank you. We have to make up our minds, what side are we on? But if you don't know what your purpose in life is, you'll just be like the wind. You'll be like the wind or waves or you'll be just like the little leaf that's on the water, be just floating along. Or you'll be like that feather or whatever you be seeing flying in the air, and it's just going with the airflow. And you just drifting until somebody come along and invite you to something, and then all of a sudden it made you feel wanted, and then you involved in the cult. IJSing. So it's good to know why. What do you have to offer? What is it? What do you have to offer? This guy just want to do a big thing. You might just want to do something simple. Guess what? Do that. Because there is no law against doing what's good. Now, the scripture does say that there is a way that seemeth right in the eyes of a person, but that thing they think is right can also lead to destruction. This thing that seemed right to you, but it might not be the right thing to do. Because if it's not building up, it's tearing down. Like, there was a group of people who thought it was right to storm the Capitol. They thought that was right in their sight. It was for a cause. So what came out of it? People died, vandalism, burglary, people getting arrested and people hiding their face from the camera. Some proud because they're martyrs. What came out of it? The United States looked like a bunch of Keystone cops. What came out of it? Obviously, if there were people of different color, they would have got shot down, but other people did. What came out of that? The obvious is there. You know, that made us look ignorant. And then they talking about Black Lives Matter. Well, those people's out there protesting in the street, and you had people burning stuff down. And nobody said that was. They felt that they had the right. They were angry and they burned down stuff. They protesting that way. That's wrong. That's wrong. But, you know, whatever you think. Well, how did it build up? Did it build people up? Did it make things better? No. So whatever you do does not add to the quality of your life or to the quality of lives of others, you a thief. You're stealing from yourself and you're stealing from others. You're a thief. And we got plenty of that already. So, if you want to know your purpose, know this. It is to do good works. And whatever that good work is, to build up people, to build up children. Shucks, be a great husband, be a great wife, be a great parent. You know, handle your business. Be good at that. So the teachers don't have a hard time at the school. You know? Do something to make sure that I don't have to work so hard as a public defender. Come on. I mean, we're all in this thing together whether we like it or not. We all have to give an account to the one true God. And he ain't gonna care what party affiliation you is. He ain't gonna care what color you are. He ain't gonna care what nationality, what language it is. He gonna say one or two things. Well done, or depart, I never knew you. So, choose ye this day. Take care. Bye-bye.